was looking at ESPN, man. The front cover was the history of the Aggies coaches. Mike Elko to Jimbo to Sumlin to Sherman to Francione. Was it Jackie? Was Jackie Sherrill? Was he at Mississippi State? No, he was both.
He was there.
Yep. Yeah, he was there.
So was Paul Bear Bryant.
Yeah. Really? Well, they didn't have Paul. They didn't go that far back, but no. Hey, it's getting ready. We hadn't talked about it a lot. Playoffs starting up this weekend. Starting up Friday. Alabama. I like A&M in this game. I'm looking at them, Clint Tyler, and I do wonder for this run, are they tested enough? Are they battle tested enough? Because generally you look at it, you're like, all right, SEC schedule, you come out of there 11-1, you play in the SEC, right? Like you're playing against really good football teams.
I think that's fair thinking.
But when you go to really look at their schedule, I mean, they've got some impressive wins, especially felt impressive at the time. But they haven't outside, and I don't even think sorry, Larry, and some of you others, I don't know that I think Texas is a great team, but outside of Texas, I mean, they have not played a lot of really good teams, right? Now, I think fortunate for them in this first round, Miami's in a similar boat. Both of them played Notre Dame, right? Like, both of them beat Notre Dame, and it's week 1 for them and week 2 for A&M. So it's been a minute. So
was Miami on the road at Notre Dame?
No, they were at home.
Okay,
they played them at home. Yeah, but for the potential run, like the way it sets up, I believe Clint, they'll have Miami, and if they get past that, they'd go to Ohio State. I just wonder, have they played, like, you look at Alabama. Alabama's played Georgia twice and Oklahoma down the stretch, right?
Yeah.
Like Indiana has played Oregon and Ohio State, right? They're playing other teams that are in this, right? Like, what's that, like, outside of Texas, it was probably
for sure Notre Dame, as you mentioned.
Notre Dame, the last one. LSU looks a lot different now than maybe we thought then. So that's just my only thing is they haven't played a lot of great teams this year, and really haven't played a lot of great teams lately outside of, the game against Texas, depending on how you view them.
Yeah, look, I think once you look at how the season has unfolded in hindsight, and you look at how the opponents that were on their schedule, how they played this year, I think it's very fair to say that the schedule leaves a lot to be desired. Now, I would argue that the way they started the season against Notre Dame, making the long run of never having a let up, and I would say that their film is not quite as convincing as maybe anybody out there, but it's one of the more convincing, I think, resumes if you get down to that layer of a resume for Texas A&M. So. Because you can bump it up against Miami's schedule, and you go, boy, which one's more impressive? I mean, they both beat that Notre Dame team. I would take A&M's resume over this ACC schedule that the Miami Hurricanes played. So
that's what I say. Miami's in a similar boat to them because they haven't really played a great team since Notre Dame either. But that's why I said just the run. Like, I think A&M, when you look at their team, I think they have a chance to have a special run. My one thing is, it's like, man, it's at the end, it's Texas, but then it's Samford, South Carolina, the way they turned out. Missouri, remember, that's the first game they played without their quarterback in that game, right? LSU started the tailspin, and then, Arkansas and Florida before that. They just never had to run into, Georgia or Alabama or Oklahoma or Ole Miss. They're able to avoid all of that. That's the only thing. As you said, though, at the very least, though, these other programs like LSU and Florida at least have talent that you would think is maybe comparable.
I would throw in Missouri's defense too.
Yeah, their defense. I'll just say talent. It's not like they're playing James Madison's schedule.
Yeah.
These guys do have some talent, but they're about to kick up against better teams, and they haven't really played a lot of them. Like even any of these teams, Miami and Ohio State, have been more consistent than Texas has been this year.
Yeah.
And I
think that's a fair thing to be eyeing, for sure. Yeah, I mean, between the Notre Dame game, the Notre Dame game is easily on the road. That first game, that's the Aggies' best win. I don't think their schedule, like some of these burnt orange fans jumping in the chat here, trying to act like the Aggies just played nobody. I don't feel that way, but I think that's very fair to keep an eye on.
Well, look, I think you look at all of these teams that are playing in the first round, with maybe the exception of Texas Tech, and I know they've got a loss in there that you would obviously star as well. I think everybody playing in the first round, you look down that list, everybody playing in that first round has some kind of warts that go, let's, how did this stack up to everybody else? I think A&M's obviously a strength of schedule and the way you ended the season, no doubt about it. So it's going to be fun to watch this one roll, man. Look, with the exception of the two teams, the Tulane and obviously JMU in the first round, which that fascinates me. I'm here for one of the quote unquote lesser thans, smaller schools. I'm here for one of those to get a shot. I don't necessarily need two of them in the bracket, but those games fascinate me. I'm not hard pressed to say, well, boy, it wasn't the 12 best teams. So beyond that, I think they did a good job of getting the best that the college football had to offer.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of a feel for James Madison in this puppy, but Tulane, we'll see. Tulane now they played them earlier in the year and got clobbered with Lane there, but we'll see. All right.